Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I mean, it's been 21 hours, so welcome back.
It's almost like we sleep here.
I wonder if we should put up like a cot.
I actually sleep here.
Do you,
Do
JP?
No.
Hey, JP.
Is that? Oh, you wouldn't have a shower. I was going to say, you don't have an apartment yet. You could just move in.
I have a nice bed at my aunt's, though, so I'll take that.
It's free,
But
you have a shower.
Imagine y'all leave and y'all think I go home and I just like sleep in that chair.
It'd be like a movie, you know? And years later, we'd find out that guy who became a multi-millionaire originally slept in his office.
Be like Brown University.
Awesome.
There's no
The
aunt in
homeless
Birmingham.
guy
Homeless.
in the building.
You could stay at our house. We have like so many children gone.
I made up my aunt in Birmingham. She doesn't exist. I just live here.
So
That'd
last
be
night
so
when we walked
awkward.
to our cars, you just came back in.
Yeah,
did.
I got in my car and then waited for you to leave, and then I went in.
Great. That's great, JP. So I'm Amy Beth Shaver. She's Allison Sinclair. He's JP. And we're Right Side Radio. Wrapping up 2025. Happy to do so. We have quite the show for you today, y'all. We have a top 10 list for the stories in Alabama. Today, we're going to list them in like number one, drum roll, Allison. And we're going to go around just like that. But more than that, we also have
What?
the top stories. Oh, that was perfect. We have the top stories that Alabamians Googled.
We've got, and again, don't get your hopes up. The Googles is kind of embarrassing for Alabama,
It's true.
but we're going to go over it. And then we actually have Yellowhammer News's top stories of the year. So I'm curious. I think it'll be really interesting to see what the three of us come up with as our top stories, what we think were the biggest stories versus Yellowhammer News, what they were seeing, what was trending, what got the most hits, what was big in Alabama for 2025. So we'll go over all that.
I feel like
And we have a montage.
we do have a montage. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of overlap with the three of us in our Alabama stories.
Are we?
It's my hunch.
You think we are? I look, I don't.
Well, okay.
I don't know.
I know y'all two at least are gonna have a lot of overlap.
Why? Because we're women?
No, because y'all are like the same.
Oh, because
Oh,
we
'cause-
have turtlenecks, jeans, and the same shoes on today.
Yeah, and
Literally, put your shoe up. So literally she has a navy turtleneck, jeans, and navy shoes. And I have a black turtleneck, jeans, and the black version of
Up
those
top,
shoes.
sister.
Didn't plan it. And JP just slumming it over there in your sweatpants. Wear your matching shoes.
I got my on clouds.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that counts. You're looking sharp though, because I'll just let you know that men don't normally know. Well, a lot of men don't. Our husbands do. Our friends,
Oh, I
Do.
do not
They
assume
look-
Jared Sinclair.
you know, we're monochromatic. We're matching our shoes. We have cool socks. We've got a great looking belt. The belt goes with the shoes. This is a man thing. I learned this from my husband. So I appreciate your fit.
Well, thank you.
Looks nice.
Christmas
Thumbs up.
Alabama NIL merch. I got this. I
Get
wanted
ready
this.
with JP.
I wanted this so my parents could put money in the Alabama NIL fund so we can get new players, pretty much. Yeah. But it's a nice hoodie.
Well played. It's
Hey,
nice.
we do need to talk a little Alabama football.
That we
because
do.
We're going to be
Hang
gone.
on.
What?
Is that
What?
okay? Go ahead.
Oh,
Did I
about it
ruin
now.
it? Am I
is that
ruining
going to be
it?
one of your stories? Your Alabama stories? Okay, well,
No, go ahead.
she's
Go
got
ahead.
20 others, so it's okay.
Yeah, she.
I only have 10.
No, if we're going to get to it, then
Did
let's.
you? Oh wait, no. You can't
No.
see because I covered them up.
I obviously did not want to talk about Auburn football.
Hey, Deuce Knight just hit the portal, by the way. So Cam Coleman yesterday, Deuce Knight today. It's a train wreck in Auburn right now. I'll just say that.
Okay. Well, what about Alabama football first? Since you brought it up first.
I mean, I don't know. There's just a game on the first.
The Rose Bowl.
That's it. I
The
just
Rose
was
Bowl.
going to say that. That's all. Let's go.
do
Bye-bye.
you have? Wait a second. On our soundboard, do we have the Alabama fight song and the Auburn fight song?
Maybe
If
not.
we
Rocky
don't,
Top.
and Rocky Top, and maybe I don't know what Penn State's fight song is. It's the first time I've ever even thought about it, but just for fun. I'm kidding.
Why?
Well,
I kid, because it was where I was born.
Sanford.
my cousin actually played his last Penn State football game ever 2
Really?
days ago, the bowl game. Yeah.
We do need that as a fight song. Okay, go
I don't
Lions.
even know if Sanford has a fight song.
The Nittany Lions
Sure
are
they do.
actually like mountain lions.
Yeah.
They probably do, but yeah, Sanford, we need our bulldog fight song.
Do you think? I mean,
Nobody knows that
Would
song,
anybody
but
even
it's
know
fun.
it if they heard it?
no.
Well, they'd be like, "What a happy tune!"
Yeah.
Okay, I love Sanford. Were we there at the same time?
I don't think so.
I think we were not. I think we're a high school career apart.
I was
Which means a
96 to
college
98
career.
and then transferred to Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, are you nervous about the game?
So it's funny because I was so certain we were going to lose the Oklahoma game. But now that we won the Oklahoma game and got some momentum, look out. I don't know. That's all I'll say. Indiana had a week off. They were sitting on the couch. We were out there grinding. We were getting a win. Also, this is crazy. The Rose Bowl will be the 100-year anniversary of Alabama's first national championship ever won, also at the Rose Bowl.
I just got chills.
And if
That's so lame.
Alabama wins,
Abs.
it'll be our 1000th win ever.
I love symbolism. Okay, what can I say? I'm weird.
Really?
I'm a weirdo.
Your 1000th?
Yep.
So you think it's just in the stars?
Well, it's funny. Somebody on a message board, on an Alabama message board, put up, do you think anybody's still alive from the 1926 team? It'd be really cool to honor them if they want to do the coin toss at them. It's like, I don't think any of them are alive, buddy. But no, it's too much symbolism. I don't know. Could just be me, but I think we're gonna come out on top.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
That'd be
you
a
were
huge storyline right there.
I
you were
would.
very sad pre last Alabama game. Like
Yeah.
you were forlorn.
The start of that game is what I anticipated, but I was not anticipating us to come back. That
You
was
know
something.
why? You know why they came back? Because I napped on the couch during the game.
Okay, so I need you to nap the entire Rose Bowl, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Chris had a fire.
I need
So,
Chris to have a fire the whole Rose Bowl.
And then I think we probably had our usual Chicago dogs. So I will kind of align those same things.
What's
Okay.
a Chicago dog?
Have you never had a Chicago dog?
Well,
Do you like hot dogs? Nope. We listen and we don't judge. Do you like hot dogs?
Oh yeah, I love hot
Okay,
dogs.
No,
We're gonna
you
just-
can't like there's nothing to like about a hot dog.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
They are the food of my childhood. After gymnastics, I would come in and I would watch Lassie. Yes, it was still on the TV.
And eat a
Like replay.
hot dog?
And I would heat up 2 hot dogs.
Did you like beanie weenies? Not beanie
No.
weenies,
Mm-mm.
Vienna sausages too.
Mm-mm. A Chicago dog
Oh.
is the hot dog of Chicago.
Is it a brand?
It is a type of dog. It's the toppings that they put on,
Oh.
Allison. But if you
Are
get
you
an
really
all
American?
beef hot dog, no fillers, no nasty, like as if, but you have the accoutrement. Like if you look on Gold Belly right now, you can find out what's on a Chicago dog.
Gold belly.
Allison, there are so many things I need to show you.
JP, do you know what gold belly is?
It's
No,
like Harry
okay.
and David's, but you can order Junior's
Hot
cheesecake.
dogs.
You can order a Chicago dog kit. It will come to your house. You can order that pie cakin bakery kind of cake. Everyone,
pie
they're not-
cakin'?
they're not sponsoring the show. They should.
gold daddy.
Look up
Gold
Gold
Belly.
Belly.
Gold Daddy.
Gold Daddy.
gold belly is just as bad.
Look up Chicago dog. All right. So look, if you do not know, listeners, friends, please tell me you know what's on a Chicago dog.
Oh, the first picture, some lobster roll.
A lobster roll.
I got a good lobster roll story.
Now I'm hungry.
A
I want
hot
hot dogs
dog.
now.
You have sport peppers. You have onions. You have whole
Meal
tomatoes.
kits.
You have these kind of bright green. I don't know. How would you describe them? Like they're peppers, but it's a bright
It's
green
not
relish.
Relish,
excuse me,
yeah.
In a really good, probably
Oh,
sesame
molten
seed.
chocolate cake. I can do that.
I like that molten chocolate cake. And then you have a drizzle of mustard, never ketchup. Like you're not American,
You can do a subscription. This is like a jelly of the month club,
but better.
but
better.
better. Let me look at that. Gosh,
So
it's expensive.
that's what we eat during football season. On Saturdays, I make Chicago dogs.
I'm kind of a hot dog simpleton. I like to get the hot dogs with the cheese in the dog, but then
So Oscar Mayer is
yes,
your jam.
and I'll just go ketchup on top.
You know
Right.
what? I remember when those came out, JP. I'm not proud to tell you that right now,
They're
but
so
I just
good.
did. They're pretty good. My kids love
Oh.
those kind of hot dogs.
I'm so serious.
What?
Someday when we make it big, Gold Belly's going to advertise with us.
They are.
You can get a monthly ice cream subscription, a monthly sandwich subscription, a monthly pie subscription,
You
a
can
monthly
even get New York
bacon, pizza, barbecue, chef of the month, and the Icons Gold Belly. Oh, there's like locks. Oh, there's the Philadelphia. What's that called?
The Philadelphia
Philly
cheesesteak.
Whiz. Look at the whiz on it.
That's good. Is there cheesecake?
There's cheesecake
did you
is the
get
next
the
one.
pie cakin'? Did you look up the pie cakin'? It's original invention that it is literally a pie and a cake. All in one.
Cakin'.
It's tall. It's ridiculously expensive. I've never ordered anything. I follow them.
Okay.
Please,
You're
Gold
so
Belly,
fancy.
in the future, consider
Here we
supporting
go.
us.
Pie Cakin' Bake Shop, a Christmas pie cakin' for $109 is almost sold out.
I know. Look at these things.
Here's a cake for $345. What?
Do you know that Edgar's Bakery is on there?
Publix?
Edgar's is on there
Okay.
for their Christmas cake. So if you don't know about Gold Belly, you're welcome. They have good food. I've never ordered it.
There's a wait list. This is stupid.
You know what? They invented it, and now they are reaping the benefits. Someday when we make it big, they're going to be our sponsor.
Mark from Red Bay just texted in and said, onions are good on hot dogs, so not just for feet. Yeah, you can actually eat onions like it's edible.
I
If you're like
meant
Allison,
to
you're
go to the
probably
store and buy some more. I'm out. I'm going to do it again, and I will be cured. I'm telling you, I did it 2 nights. I did it one night, skipped a night, and the next night, and I could tell a difference. Maybe it's because it's a few days later.
it's such a placebo.
No, I really think it. I'm not kidding. If you try it, let me know. I promise you. Promise.
Allison, maybe we should just try that mixture that our friend Scott tried that made him sweat.
Well, he would never share the.
I think in your apothecary book you gave me, it's probably in there. So I'll go find it.
Okay. Well, he would never share the recipe.
Well,
Her
that's so Scott.
grandmama's mammy passed down.
I think it actually made him. Well, no, I'm not going to say that.
I think he saw dead people.
I think he probably did. I think it was probably like a shot with lots of things in there. A shot of liquor in there.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, we got to take a break. What do you want to do when we come back, JP? Because we talked way too long about cakes and food and onions on feet.
Well,
It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
Yeah.
Living on the edge. It'll be good though.
That's how we do it.
Don't go anywhere.
Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Before we do our montage at the half hour, JP, we have some text?
We do. By the way, 833-687-4448. If you have any hot dog connoisseur comments you want to put in there, since that's what we were talking about first segment. Phil from Chattanooga said, try the cheese coney dog from Sonic.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
It's like a Philly cheesesteak hot dog. It's like a mashup, a Southern Philly.
I thought
hot
you
dog
don't eat hot dogs.
I don't.
She's
I've
probably
never
seen
had it. I'm just seeing it in my mind's eye. I'm
There's-
imagining a hot dog whiz.
What whiz?
Cheese.
We say that forever. What whiz? There is a place in Homewood in Birmingham that if I ever
Is it
talk to you in depth,
Salem's?
no,
Is it?
it's right by Chris's office.
Yeah.
It's Whiskey Foxtrot. They're not
Oh.
sponsoring. It's the only time I'll say their name. Phenomenal hot dogs and hamburgers. Phenomenal. And they have a Chicago dog.
So I didn't like hot dogs that much when I was a kid, but they're the bomb. Like we need to test if Allison's actually American.
I mean, Allison, do you like cheeseburgers?
Oh, I love a good cheeseburger.
Okay. All right. Then you can stay.
I'll eat a hot dog. Actually, the last hot dog I had was at an Auburn baseball game this year, and it actually was really good. I eat one like every 2 years.
Okay.
2 years.
Yeah, every 2 years, and it's got to be at a baseball or football game, and it has to be in aluminum, which is really bad for you. You should never cook food in aluminum. Just dropping that little tidbit. Yeah,
Thanks,
don't.
Mom.
when it
Wait,
heats
you're
up-
telling so I also shouldn't put my hand on this thing over
Yeah,
here
don't
too?
touch. No, but the aluminum, when it heats up, it leaches into your food, and then you get aluminum in your body, and then it messes with your metabolism stuff. But anyway, I only eat hot dogs wrapped in hot aluminum twice a year. No, every 2 years, and it was really good. But otherwise, I would never choose a hot dog. Y'all people are weird.
What about corn dogs?
Oh,
Come
that's
on.
even worse.
I don't like corn dogs, but my kids love corn dogs.
Ew.
Okay. Here's
Anything
the
on a
question.
stick is gross.
Oh, my word. Allison,
Okay, but you can get the
What?
bites, the corn dog bites.
what is your
gross.
family's go-to Saturday food? I mean, do you have a go-to food that you're like, all right, we're just going to run
From
home
a
before
football food?
football? It could be football food, but every family, it may be 2 or 3 things, but you have your go-to food.
Is this what I cook?
No, it doesn't have to be what you cook, but this is just making me wonder. Audience, please tell us, what is your go-to food? Like our family, with the exception of 2, so 4 out of 6 of us, no, actually 5, because my son-in-law is my son, we'll go for hot dogs or we'll make sandwiches on sourdough. We'll just go to that. What is your go-to weekend food
Steak. Like if we're all there, we'll grill steaks.
for lunch?
Oh, for lunch?
Yeah, this is a lunch go-to.
we don't really. I don't know. We don't make a big deal.
We all-
I mean, I'll
yeah.
pick something up.
We all kind of fend for ourselves.
Yeah.
At lunch.
Do you really?
Dinner
we will,
those.
We will cook breakfast as a family. Or
I'm
do
going to go on
dinner
strike. I'm done.
with lunch.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, make them fend for
Yeah.
themselves. You know,
It's not as fun though.
but dinner
Or-
is the one we all
Yeah.
come together for.
Okay, then what's your go-to dinner?
Well, my dad makes London broil steak for almost every Bama football game, but then there's also chicken that my dad makes that it's literally just called Charlie's chicken because that's the name everybody calls it. So
Yeah.
whatever my dad decides to make, either London broil or Charlie's chicken, yeah, or smoked wings, you know, kind of the usual barbecue stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
we're steak
go-to.
and chicken for dinner. Chris is good at grilling. What about y'all?
Yeah, we're steak. Green chicken, which is just like a pesto mozzarella chicken. That's always a go-to. Poppy seed chicken. But yeah, we don't really do lunch. We will cook up some breakfast and some dinner.
Okay.
And then you on your own.
Got you.
Cereal for lunch. That's about it.
Cold pizza,
Cold
for me.
pizza, hot dogs, if you can find them.
corn dogs.
Corn dogs. Bleh. Okay, promise we're getting to news because we have a lot to cover. Actually, we're going to have to go NASCAR.
Yep.
On the other side. We'll start with the montage. We'll be right back.
to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And the montage today is so good because there's a story in it. Even though the world has exploded about Minnesota, even though the mainstream media is trying to deny it and then dismiss Nick Shirley as a racist, which is ridiculous. That's in there. But there's a story in there that I think all of us will be intrigued by. And I'm pretty sure, I bet you sent this story in. I cannot wait for you to hear this montage. After the montage, we're going to rank what we thought were the top stories coming out of Alabama this year. And if there's enough time at the end, perhaps we'll talk about what Alabamians Googled in the year 2025, which was surprising.
Okay. Is it going to be gross or is it just like...
No, it's not gross.
It's not gross.
Okay.
You'll just have to wait and see.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
the anticipation.
Yeah.
It's be like
Use your imagination.
onion feet.
Yeah.
As of yesterday, everybody's Googling how to save your life with onions.
Mm-hmm.
We saw this random spike in Birmingham and of onion feet. Bizarre.
Google the history of onions on your feet.
You don't know.
It's interesting.
Search at your own discretion.
I'm going to do it now while you play the montage.
Which, by the way, speaking of the montage,
What about it?
we do have to tell the audience about attorney Stan McDonald, who's a 30-year veteran in the practice of law in North Alabama. Not only will Stan advocate and fight for your legal needs and rights, but he has been an absolute warrior for causes near and dear to our Rightside ruffian community. Attorney Stan McDonald has been a partner at the law firm of Wilmer and Lee for over 30 years. And when Stan McDonald is on your side, you have no greater friend. And likewise, your adversary will have no greater foe. So attorney Stan McDonald, here's his phone number, 256-533-0202. That's Stan McDonald, 256-533-0202. And tell him you heard about it on Rightside Radio. He is the daily sponsor of the montage. And no representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Blackwood News.
So right now we are in front of the Great Minds Learning Academy. This is one of the many daycare centers, learning centers here in Columbus, Ohio that are associated with the Somali community.
It's a daycare center owned by Somalians and stuff like that.
Have you ever seen any kids in this place here?
No, not that I know of. I just seen it, the building itself. I've never seen nobody come out the building or go into the building.
Last session, as you remember, House Republicans fought to pass the Office of Inspector General, which was passed with overwhelming support by the Senate. It has support of the House Republican caucus, but was blocked every time by House Democrats. It really begs the question of why is Attorney General Ellison filing lawsuits against the feds instead of working with them to root out fraud?
Having reviewed the relevant pleadings from the parties and representatives of the press and heard oral arguments during the December 11th closure hearing, the court now rules and orders as follows. The public has a presumptive right to access court records.
How wrong can a person be or a body of a government be when we start to take the individual rights away from the homeowner? This is overreach at its very best. I'm a homeowner, and no one is going to tell me or anybody else I know that's worked so damn hard to own a 3 or a 4 family home that I have to submit the ability to sell my house first to the building department and then offer it up to a non-for-profit when my neighbor across the street may want to buy it.
Every day, abs, without fail.
What?
She goes, well, because it is. It's like every day. You're like, oh, I cannot believe we're dealing with this. But she goes,
Yep. And then there's the pause.
and then there's the sigh.
So what first?
It's just overwhelming. The
We'll
stupidity.
save the last story for last, but that's today what made me go, you'll own nothing and like it.
Can I say something though?
What? What?
Sure.
Okay. At least the Somalis in Ohio know how to spell learning.
That's true.
That's good.
No
That's
leering.
good.
No leering.
Okay. Somalia, my friends. Minnesota, now Ohio.
I think California. Is anyone shocked that this is spreading? This is everything we knew but couldn't prove. But again, if you're paying attention, none of it makes sense. None of what Doge found, none of our debt, none of the immense success and life of luxury. And I mean it, life of luxury with these illegal or even legal immigrants that are here on visas. They get food stamps, they get housing, they don't even have to work. Did y'all see the video of the daycare where all the Somali families drive up, they walk in with their children, they sign a notepad, and they walk back out? And this daycare was getting like $3 million of federal funding a year.
Yeah.
And so we have literally propped up everyone but Americans. And now our debt suddenly makes sense. All this crap that they put in every single omnibus, whatever continuing resolution that they pass at the end of the year and act like it's the first time we've ever run out of time and had to do a CR. This is where it all goes.
Well, and you talk about the swamp. Why they defend it so hard is because where do these government-funded daycares and such donate to? Who do they give the money to? Oh, you're telling me it's the Democrat politicians? Oh, that's where you connect the dots and go, oh, I see why now. It's not just out of the kindness of their own heart. They're going to give money to Somalians. They're going to, it's like they get a 2-in-1. They can flood in Somalians and replace white Americans. And you know what? We'll give you money and then you give us money. So it's a 2-in-1. We can both benefit from this. But if we don't see like at least 500,000 deportations of Somalians out of Minnesota from this, then we're not serious as a country, and the Trump administration is not serious. Because if your reason for not doing deportations is because, just you're tearing apart families and getting rid of people, like it's just not good for midterms. Well, guess what? You've just gotten your full, I don't know, your messaging with it. These people literally stole billions from taxpayers. Bye. See ya. You've gotten your reasoning now. That's your reason. Go do it. If you didn't have a reason enough, now you do, because they're stealing billions from us. So if we don't see deportations large amounts soon, then I do say 500,000 deportations. That's more than the deportations we've had already. So that's probably too much to ask. It shouldn't be too much to ask, but I think it is. But.
So I thought it was cute, number one, that a daycare that had been shut down, last month, they all bust kids in yesterday. Did y'all see that one?
No.
Mm-mm.
That was darling. Yeah. They're close. They're literally closed down, and they just shuttled kids in, got out. And then it was ridiculous. Number one. Number two, I know that we played the Tim Walz clip yesterday. Bravo, because we were ahead of what was out there as far as Tim Walz saying that it was white supremacy, that this is a reason why this is happening at all. But I heard a good take on that, because now they are calling everybody involved racist. And I heard a great line today and it makes so much sense. They use race to escape criticism. And I was like, oh, that's a good word. You don't want to be criticized, just call them a name. We know that, but you're seeing it very clearly here. And then finally, I think it's the politicians' unwillingness, especially the ones who voted against the fraud every single time. They have a God complex like I've never seen before. We talk about different professions having a God complex, but they have a God complex. They really think they are the solution to the problem. Let's get God out of the way so that I can be your solution. I can provide everything you need. You'll give to me. I'll always be in office. I get to be your sugar daddy. I'll call people names for you, and I'll just handle your life. But that God complex was just like a glowing sign above some of the Dems as they had assembled when Tim Walz was calling anybody who was asking questions, looking into fraud, white supremacist. I thought, y'all are just super cute, aren't you? Because really, it goes back to what all of y'all have said. They hate the American citizen. They hate the fellow Minnesotans. They hate Ohioans. They hate Californians. They hate the people in Washington State. And I think even in Idaho, there was a beginning fraud search. So this is appalling. And could we get them out tonight? Could we just round them up and get them out tonight? Well, the ones who were registered as having been given the money. Go find those people and get them out of here.
Here's what will infuriate you, and should all of us, is that from the left and the right, because the right will play along and go, oh, well, we have a constitution and we have rules of law. They're going to talk about this thing called due process. And your tax dollars are going to continue to fund and pay for the prosecution and probably the defense, even though they have millions of these cases. And it's awful. And I just want to remind everybody that the federal government, your state government, your local government has no money outside of what you give to it, what they take from you every single paycheck, every time you go to a store and purchase something, every time you go and register your car, whatever it is. That is how the government makes money from you. So when you think this is off in Minnesota, it doesn't really seem so personal. Yeah, some of your pennies, your dollars, your thousands of dollars ended up in Minnesota paying for this, which to your point, JP, it's a money laundering scheme, because now the Minnesota House representative that was talking about the AG there, Ellison, who I think is a Muslim. Was he not one of them that was elected? Anyway, that he is suing the federal government. What? You are allowing all this fraud to take place, but you, again, are wasting taxpayer money suing the federal government. Meanwhile, you need to be thrown in jail. But that's exactly who's getting paid off, and Walls and all these other people. It's exactly why Melissa Hortman and her husband were shot dead, because that can't stop. It's the gravy train, and they will do anything to keep it going.
Yeah. And here's the other kicker too. Recently, Jake Tapper was interviewing Ilhan Omar, and it was when the allegations sort of started about like some shady figures that Ilhan Omar was associating with that were caught up in some sort of fraud. And Jake Tapper said, well, I think it needs to be said that the actions of a certain group of people shouldn't, blanket and demean all groups of people in terms of, he's talking about Somalians. Just because some Somalians did this doesn't mean that we can point the finger at all Somalians. And then you go, wait, so there's a Somalian daycare fraud in Ohio and in Washington and he's like, I'm starting to see a trend here. Wait, so you're telling me that people who come here from a nation that is literally in a constant state of civil war, that was shooting down our fighters like Mike Durant and beating him in the head with a arm, or was it a leg, of one of his soldiers? Oh, so you're telling me they're not going to come here and uphold Western civilization? I'm sorry. Would you like to go back to your civil war ridden nation? Except Israel recognized Somaliland as a nation this week, which is kind of funny. But I digress. You're telling me that doesn't try. Oh, so you're bringing in these people isn't great for America. But, oh, no, it's not a Somali citizen problem. It's just these Somali. I don't know. I can connect the dots of same here, same here, same here. And almost the same. It's always daycares that it's almost like they've been given a playbook by somebody to do this.
And it's weird that ICE showed up after the Nick Shirley video was going door to door. It's weird that, Kash Patel, we're looking into it. Kristi Noem, we're doing things about it. This is really easy. This is a home run for you people. If you don't do any of these things, this is a home run for you to handle, whether they're on temporary protected status, whether they have just a different type of visa. It doesn't matter. They took our money, used it for ill-gotten gains. And meanwhile, we're here trying to make a living, honestly, and they're just giving their money. So people who are elected officials that y'all are big yappers, that you're about to go on the biscuit list for the year, please, for the love of all that is good and holy, do something.
Well, and don't think, I know we got to go to a break, but don't think this doesn't happen in Alabama. You want to talk about fraud and waste and people getting paid off. Let's talk about the prison debacle. Let's talk about the roads that are getting paved to nowhere.
ABC.
Let's talk about the ABC board. I mean, there's so many. It happens right here.
Wait, I thought we were a Republican state. Sorry.
Me too. Okay, when we come back, do we want to go ahead and cover the Charlie Kirk ruling?
Well, we got some text we can do next segment with a shorter segment. So I think it's good.
Perfect. We'll be back with your text.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. JP, apparently we have some text.
Sorry.
Is this true?
What's funny?
Did you hear that squeak?
No.
Yes.
Oh, my. Oh, gosh. No.
Allison.
833-687-4448 is the text line number if y'all want to text in your thoughts. We were talking about hot dogs earlier. Jeff from Indiana says, split the hot dog, not all the way, and put it in deep fry it. It's very good that way. So I guess split it open, but don't cut it all the way and then deep fry it.
Oh, so you really want to die?
Yes.
Just cut it down the middle, but just to where it kind of comes open.
Yeah.
Still gonna hold
butterfly the hot dog.
Well, I wonder if it makes it better to hold the toppings.
Yeah, I think so
I don't
too.
know.
I think we're
That's
onto something here.
interesting. Okay.
Jenkins from Sneed said the go-to weekend food is leftovers because Mama doesn't cook on the weekend.
I like that rule.
Yeah, that's good.
John, the Navy corpsman from Huntsville, says he's from coastal Southeast Texas. He joined the Navy in February of 1975. He said he went to a hospital Corps A school in North Chicago in May of 1975. Says the Wrigley family still owned the Cubs and donated free tickets to special services. If you didn't have duty on the weekend and $1.85 in your pocket, we could catch the commuter train to Union Station, walk 3 blocks to Wrigley Field, and watch the Cubs play. The official hot dog was, quote, Vienna beef hot dogs. They're the absolute best hot dogs on the market. But of course, being from Texas, I always got the chili dogs with onions and mustard only.
Yum.
See, I feel like back in the day, hot dogs were actually there was some real stuff in them.
Wait, have you ever seen videos of how hot dogs are made?
No.
You tell me that's not real.
It's just paste squeezed into a tube. But I feel like it used to be realer paste.
Like actual meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still good. If you just don't know what's in it, if you just eat it. Don't think about it.
But I don't want to ruin his moment because that's a beautiful story.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty
Serviceman.
Thank you for serving.
Yeah. Going to Cubs game.
First time texter, Chicago dog, all beef dog, poppy seed bun, onions, relish, tomato, pickle spear, sport peppers, and celery salt, but never ketchup. This guy, come on.
Yum. First time texter. We got him with the hot dogs. I like that.
We did.
But where does do you put the pickle on the hot dog?
Yes.
I assume so.
The pickle spear kind of goes along like the tomato and onions can be spread out and then the pickle spear on one side. Blech. But if it's got to be all beef, no fillers, the real hot dog.
Maybe the pickle adds some crunch.
Nathan's
you got some
hot
texture
dogs,
in there.
Vienna all beef, but it's got to be all beef. All right, carry on.
Well, we can carry this one into the other side because it's right on the Somalian topic. He says, "Hey, ladies, long time." This is Shorty from Anderson, Alabama. "Hey, ladies, long time listener, first time texter since y'all took over the show. I'm just kind of curious, if you have any knowledge of how many of Somalians are sitting behind bars right now for committing major fraud. I can almost guarantee you, under Tim Walz's watch, none of them are, and none of them will ever be sitting in prison or deported. You ladies are doing a great job. Keep up the great work."
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. First time texter. We have 2 first time texters in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for us.
Yeah, Shorty's first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shorty, I mean, I'm never going to happen. Nobody's going to jail. They're getting a raise. That's the way the world works these days. On both sides of the aisle. You commit fraud, let's give you more. Oh, it's bad. So when we come back, we've got the COPA Act, which I want to explain because it is coming probably to some socialized city near you soon. And then the judge ruling in the Charlie Kirk case, I think that's pretty important and pivotal. So we'll be back with those on the other side.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. So we're going to finish the montage. Great stories in the montage today. Then we're going to rank our top 10 stories of the year, compare that with Yellowhammer's list. And I have a list.
I feel like we got it all wrong. I don't know if there is a wrong.
Well, I'm gonna hold up this list because I think we're gonna be proud of the list, and I think we're gonna think, hey, there's a lot in common here.
Well,
that's what I think.
Yellowhammer
I really do.
Is based off pure numbers of like the most viewed stories. I think ours is the subjective, our personal biggest. And I think y'all's are gonna be pretty similar because y'all are the same, but. I think it'd be interesting to compare what we think in our minds is the biggest and what Alabama people actually looked at the most. So.
I can't wait to see it. So, all right, we have first. Do you want to do?
I have no idea why I'm laughing. I'm sorry.
Do you want to finish with the COPA Act in NYC, or would you like to talk about the Charlie Kirk, Tyler Robinson transparency situation that's going on?
Either one. I think the COPA Act is very interesting, very 1984, very un-American, absolutely un-American. And I don't know, unless you're on X. I mean, is the mainstream media talking about this? I haven't seen it anywhere.
I didn't even know about it till you sent it to me.
Okay. So I don't know. That one will take up more time. So you choose.
Yeah, I think we start with the Charlie Kirk. So I'm actually curious how much y'all know about this, because I just know what I saw in the clip, but I don't know, what exactly they're revealing or unsealing. I know it was some sort of, confidential testimony that they're unsealing, but what do we expect to come out of that? And I don't know if y'all know any more details about what specifically they're unsealing in this case with that.
All I know is that TPUSA was calling for more transparency. So they're very happy with the judge unsealing some of the documents, and some of the parts that were redacted, journalists are now allowed to see. So I think that's a good thing. I think that Tyler Robinson asked to wear clothes to court. That was one of the deals. And then have his hands unshackled. That's not going to happen. But he can wear decent clothes to court. Okay, that's great. But I do like the transparency, and I'm pleasantly surprised that this has happened. I think we need more of it. I think the transparency allows the conspiracy theorist, it takes some air out of their tires.
So the transcript is actually out already. I'm looking at it, but they're still redacted. This may be naive of me. I'm not a lawyer, but what can possibly be redacted? Like, I just don't get the point of redact. I mean, personal information, sure, but why are we redacting?
Well, you also have a jury. I mean, you don't want to influence the case.
Well, I thought that was like the point, so that we could be as transparent with not only the public, but I just don't get releasing the transcript, but also redacting. I mean, I'm sure some lawyers listening to me and telling me what exactly they'd be redacting out of it. But if the point is to get full transparency, then I mean, like I said, if you're redacting personal information, I get it, but that adds to more. And it's not a lot. I'm scrolling through. Not a lot is redacted, but there's still some pages.
What is it? If you're reading it, what would you assume is under those black boxes? By the way, I heard. Did y'all test this right now? That if you copy and paste, does it work?
Well, no, I didn't see the copy and paste. I saw the one if you're on a phone and you highlight it and you clicked inspect or something like that, it tells you what's under the redacted.
Surely they're not that stupid. But yes, apparently if you copy and paste it, you can paste it somewhere and you can see the redacted parts.
So I'm saying this part right here of a redaction. So I'll lead up to the redaction to give you context. It says, Mr. Robinson does have a constitutional right not to be shackled at all proceedings other than where the state has made a showing of an individualized risk to the security, to the decorum of the courtroom emanating from Mr. Robinson. And while we understand that there's a lot of what I call noise, there's noise on the outside, 5 lines of redaction. And then it goes, maybe not. I saw one person with a camera in the lobby today, and keeps going. So like that's sort of the context of what's redacted.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
But it just adds to the Candace Owens crazies out there.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, what are you hiding?
Well, I mean, there's certain rules in the judicial system
Right.
that you have to follow. You can't, everything happened very publicly. That's already out there. You can't take that back. People will form their jurors or attorneys or judges will form their opinion on that. But once you start possibly allowing access to jurors or people of specifics, especially coming from the convicted person's mouth potentially or their attorney, that's when you can start influencing decisions one way or the other. And so that's probably what they're protecting. But 5 lines is quite a bit.
Yeah. I don't know. Stan McDonald, if you're listening out there, why don't you shoot us a text, see if you can think of what, because I agree with you. I just don't know what exactly, like, I don't know the exact.
Maybe it was, yeah. I don't know. I guess I was pleasantly surprised. I get so used to these stupid activist judges, leftist judges, trying from the beginning to protect someone that is clearly guilty. I'm sorry. I mean, is there any doubt in our minds?
No.
That he did it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you're one of the crazies and you think that they MK Ultra'd him. I don't care if you think that.
I mean, he still pulled the trigger.
He
right?
pulled the trigger.
Right.
His DNA's there. He etched on the bullets. He shot him. We know that.
Yeah. So whether outside influence, made him MK Ultra'd him or paid him, whatever, I don't know. Doesn't matter for the sake of this moment, which is he pulled the trigger. He killed Charlie Kirk. Anyway.
Here's another redacted part. When Mr. Robinson was first arrested, redacted, and I think it's interesting that the sheriff's department hasn't provided the court with any information as to why that is, that he has convinced the sheriff's department that that's not necessary.
Yeah, this is
okay.
This is a little bit of an effort in futility.
I don't know. Maybe that one is sort of like how he's free to wear civilian clothes and such so that the jury can't be influenced that this guy looks like some crazy guy. So I don't know. Maybe when he was arrested, that says that he was like shackled and put on a suicide vest or something, or anti-suicide vest, and maybe that. But I mean, there's pictures of him in that. Like his first court appearance the day after he got arrested was him sitting in a cell with like the anti-suicide vest. So if they're trying to, my read from that one is they're probably trying to not sway influence with the jury that he was like shackled to the T or something.
Where you already look like a convict.
Yeah. So
maybe it has names of officers or locations or something. I don't know. But I guess I just was pleasantly surprised to see a judge at least attempting, even if it was fake, make it look like you're doing something like we do so well here in Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Look like you're trying at least.
I saw a meme to that end. I'll tell you about it in the break. Yeah.
So where does the case go from here? Or when is he back in court? Or do we, I didn't keep up with that.
I'm looking up when his trial is. I'm not seeing when it's so I assume the next step is trial. I don't know what I know he's pleaded not guilty. So I'm assuming his next, the next step is trial, which probably knowing how the court system works would be like late next year. So
isn't that I don't want to use this word. It's terrific. So you kill someone in an instant. We saw it happen, and you get years to work your case out because our court dockets are full. So murderers get time and more time and more time, and the people that they killed don't. We really need to figure out how to speed up that process. That to me is a tragedy in the whole thing.
But think about, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just, you think for the people that we know did it, maybe his parents can talk him at visiting hours into please just tell them so that we can move to sentencing. A lot of time and energy is being spent developing. What are they going to say? He was insane. Like what is his excuse going to be? I don't know. But I think this highlights how backed up our courts are. And if you have DNA evidence, I'm talking about proof, evidence, we must speed up because people are not deterred by the thought of going to jail anymore. It doesn't mean anything to them. So they go to jail. Maybe they'll get out of jail. We need to turn those kinds of crimes back into terror and fear so that at least some people will be deterred from doing what they would have already done. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, if you had a firing squad, if you hung them, if you worked it out within a year, once you were pronounced guilty and there was DNA evidence, there would be a shift.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah, because
doesn't mean anything.
If they're seeking the death penalty, like I understand they are in this case, which Utah has firing squad, by the way, then you get cozy living for years. And then eventually you get executed. But yeah, I mean, the death row inmates get the best living because, they get a TV, they get at least, those shows, have you seen those shows where they interview death row inmates and they're living nice and they probably reached a point where they just accepted their fate and they can chill. But I don't know. They got a Discord confession from him telling his tranny friends that he did it. They got allegedly fingerprints on the gun of him. They got him on camera. They got his parents that turned him in. It seems like this guy's caught red-handed. I don't want to jinx it or whatever, but it's frustrating that it takes so long, like you said. And even if he does get the death penalty, then he gets to live comfortably for years until he's eventually, yeah. So what's the, what's the ultimate deterrent? I mean, obviously if people don't want to die, then that's one thing. But I mean, if you're Tyler Robinson and you're in the state of mind that you're willing to just shoot somebody, then I mean, he gets to chill for a little bit, and then eventually hopefully get executed. But yeah, it's frustrating. Not only that we have to wait this long till he gets convicted, but then even if he does, then he gets to be cozy before he gets his ultimate fate. It's annoying, but that's just what it is, I guess.
Due process thing again, which I guess you're thankful for in the times where think about how many innocent people actually have been on death row.
Right. Yeah.
Double-edged sword. But yeah, this one seems pretty clear. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I hope they allow cameras in. I don't know if they've decided that yet. Have you all seen anything about that?
I have not.
Might be the next OJ.
Can you imagine?
Do you remember? You probably weren't even born.
No, I was not.
Gosh.
What year was
It was
that?
crazy.
94.
Yeah, it was 9 years before I was born.
Yeah.
Dang.
That was a whole
It's a
thing.
baby.
I am.
It's a baby. You're a very mature baby.
Thank you.
Yes.
As I drink my black
Very
coffee.
Old baby. Okay. Next segment. We're not gonna have enough. Well, maybe we'll have enough time to go over the COPA Act, but
Oh yeah. I mean, I think 4:00 last hour we start our Bama stories and our Bama biscuits of the year. So
Bama biscuits. Wait, that is a team.
I was just about to say the Montgomery biscuits.
biscuits.
That match. It's copyright, but it would track.
But Montgomery is where most of the biscuits reside.
Exactly.
So this is perfect. We're geniuses. We'll be back.
Right Side Radio. So in the 4 o'clock hour, we will do our top 10 stories, you guys. This is going to be fantastic. We're very excited about it. We will finish wrapping up our montage of the day. And when we talk to you about the Copa story from New York City, it's unbelievable, but it's not going to be so unbelievable as you, it's blows my mind. Truly. Like when I watched it last night, I thought there's no way this is real. And it's real. Like it's a real story. But on a happy note, because it's about to be New Year's Eve.
It's crazy.
We kind of laughed about it yesterday, but do y'all really do nothing for New Year's or New Year's Eve? Like nothing? Or do you just use it as a vehicle because it means just after that there's going to be football?
Well, as of yesterday, there's now a boys' trip to the lake house for New Year's Eve. So I'll be doing that.
That's awesome.
Nice.
But
Which lake do y'all go to?
My buddy has or his parents has like a big lake house deep in the woods right on Smith Lake. It's like ever since high school, that's been the getaway from everybody and go wild spots. So I don't know how wild New Year's Eve will be, but I'll be.
What?
It's
we need you, JP. Can you make sure and be back here on Monday?
Yes.
I'm serious.
Yes.
Smith Lake freaks me out.
Smith Lake's awesome.
It's beautiful, but it's scary.
We were there.
It's a little banjo music playing a little bit.
Do y'all remember earlier this year when the like big tornado outbreak happened and we were at Smith Lake for that?
Sure you were.
And there was actually one spin up right near Smith Lake, but I don't know. It's the lake. What happens at the lake house stays at the lake house. But
JP.
yeah. What?
JP. It's not Vegas. It's Smith Lake.
Come on, man.
It's fun.
It's scary.
Well, it's not scary. But yeah, other than that, New Year's Day is Rose Bowl, and that is my only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So will you stay at the Vegas Lake House to watch the Rose Bowl?
No, I'll drive back. So my whole life, we've had the same family friends come over and watch Bama football, literally my whole life, and they get pissed whenever I'm not there. So
well, that's sweet.
So I'll drive up New Year's morning, and I'll be in Huntsville watching the Bama game. So yeah.
That's nice. That's a nice tradition. What about y'all?
Picture like tigers leaving the house. Remember in The Hangover?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson rolling out of the lake house.
I'll be back Monday with a Mike Tyson tattoo over my face.
Usually we go out of town. We usually either go skiing or we go somewhere warm. Like last year we were in the Keys for New Year. I forgot about that. So that's why being home is kind of weird. And it's like, what, you want to go downtown and get crunk? Like
get crunk.
I don't know.
Get crunk in the club.
Do they still use that word?
in rap songs.
Okay. So in my head, that's what you do in Birmingham. We have decided to go to Auburn. Get crunk in Auburn.
This year?
All right.
Yeah. We're going to go. Well, I mean, we have a lake house at Lake Martin. So we'll go stay at the lake house, but we're going into Auburn to have dinner and hang out. And then that's our big event. We'll feel less loserish if at least we go a little south.
Yeah.
To have dinner instead of just going across 280. What about y'all?
You know what? We've learned not to plan because, sometimes Chris is on call. Sometimes we're doing stuff with the family. We never know.
Go ahead. Just say it. You're having hot dogs.
Chicago hot dogs.
No, this year we're
Happy
probably
New
going to
Year.
go out to
Everybody
eat.
gets processed meat.
Yay. Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen?
I need pictures from y'all.
From me?
Yes.
From you.
I'll send
JP
you
be like,
pictures. JP, I need tigers and Tysons.
Tigers and Tyson? Okay.
If you come in with a fake tattoo.
That'd be funny. That'd be a great bit. That'd be a great bit. No tooth. I like a black thing on my tooth.
No. Gold teeth.
A
grill. You need a whole grill. Okay. We'll be serious on the other side. We'll be right back.
welcome back to Right Side. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. Hope you're having a glorious Tuesday. So we have this whole situation in New York City, and we know that that's where really bad ideas become a winning strategy. And they've just passed something that is unbelievable. It is the COPA Act. And you know, we probably each have little things about what it actually is, but it's insane. And if you own a building or a property, you're in trouble in New York.
This is insane. Do you have that clip of the councilwoman?
I do. So yeah, I played the little shorter edited part in the montage, but I got the full clip of her rant on the I guess the House floor, Senate floor of New York legislature. If you want to play that.
Yeah, I think I haven't listened to the whole thing. Did you
Well, I'm
listen?
sure she didn't swear if she's on the
She
floor.
doesn't swear.
She says
Okay.
she says damn, but that's it.
but
Sorry.
it
Dump.
but the guy that we can't play, if we need any more explanation, you just got to play it. Just play it. This is crazy.
To what we're just talking about now, COPA. How wrong can a person be or a body of a government be when we start to take the individual rights away from the homeowner, whether it's a 2-family house, 3-family house, 4-family house, what does it matter? The fact is the person owns the home. They have the right to sell the home to whomever they please. The idea that we have to consult with the building department and give a 6-month period of time for someone else to make an offer is absolutely outrageous. And to say it's government overreach is 100% true. This is absolutely maniacal. I do not understand how this body works when it comes to individual citizens of this city. This is overreach at its very best. I'm a homeowner, and no one is going to tell me or anybody else I know that's worked so damn hard to own a 3 or a 4-family home that I have to submit the ability to sell my house first to the building department and then offer it up to a non-for-profit when my neighbor across the street may want to buy it. And they have to wait 6 months? Nonsense. This is absolutely ridiculous. And also I want to just add to this hearing today, this meeting today, that it's absolutely ridiculous. And everybody in this room should be terribly embarrassed that we stripped our veterans' bills today from today's hearings. Why? Why? When the men and women of this country deserve better treatment, and our city today that we passed in committee has failed to come through for our veterans, stripped it totally off the record for today. Absolutely ridiculous. Thank you very much, and shameful. Shame, shame on all of you.
I would like to be her friend.
I want
Oh,
to be
the
her
New York
friend.
accent made it even better.
She's unbelievable. So, okay. So here's the deal. If you own a 2, 3, 4-family home or a building in New York City and you decide you're going to sell, you have to offer it to the city and other not-for-profits first. Then apparently there is a 30-day window that they could offer you back. Okay, so they could go, okay, we'll buy it. If you do not notify the city or the nonprofits, if you don't do that, there's a $30,000 fine. But if they decide they're not going to buy it, they can say, we're not going to buy it. And then you have an offer that you love. After that offer you love comes up, guess what? They still have 120 days. That's where that 6 months came from. 120 days to decide that they don't want to buy it from you. That's what they get to decide. But they get the right of first refusal if you want to sell a property. They do. The government does. Not people. The government gets to decide if they want to buy from you. And if they don't after 30 days, but you still have to give them 120 days, they can still come back right at the end and go, you know what, we decided we wanted to buy it. And you know what the government always does? Pennies on the dollar. They're not going to pay full price for anything. This is outrageous.
What is their reasoning? Why are they doing this?
Well, they say that it is for dilapidated properties. That's what they say that it's for. Apparently, NGOs are involved in this. That's what the not-for-profit means in the whole language of this situation. But it is a socialist idea at best. You have taken away the right of somebody to sell to their neighbor, to sell somebody who wants to come in and make an investment property, fix up, rent out, whatever they want to do with the property. They can't do it. The government gets to do it first. They have stepped in the people's way for their own way. And what do you think is going to happen? Now, think about this in terms of the Somalians. Suddenly, everything's changed on its head because, oh, crap, what if the government goes, no, we're buying it and we're only going to pay you this? Think Medicaid, Medicare, health insurance for doctors. Hey, guys, we're only going to pay you this, even though we know the cost is this. We're only going to pay you this for your apartment house. This is all we're going to pay. And guess what else? We're only going to put in there the people we want. They could be Somalians. They could be other people from other countries that are there on temporary protected status. And they're ushering in and bringing in a whole other culture that are not interested in assimilating. They're not interested in being part of the community. This is what this does.
Yeah, or we're going to put in a government-run Somalian daycare in there where there's not even going to be a daycare. It's just we're going to take your house so that we can get money from these daycares. So, but the irony of it is we can't even ban like BlackRock or big corporations from buying up single-family homes because capitalism. We're a capitalist country. Oh, but also socialism because the government can just take your home if you want it. So it's like whatever fits what they want to do, but what they want to do is the same, whether it's via capitalism or socialism, of they want to get rid of the American dream of family homes.
But this is a New York City only thing.
Well, I know, but
so,
it's still both sides of the coin. It's the same. Yeah.
But this is the problem when you elect who they elected. I mean, this is the first of many things to come in this one pager that they put out, which looks like a kindergarten. It's really weird. New York City Community Land Initiative. Anyway, talks about the COPA Act, which stands for the Community Opportunity to Purchase Act. But it says, how will COPA benefit New Yorkers? COPA will address New York City's housing crisis by giving qualified entities. Okay, that's an important word.
So subjective.
Who qualifies who? Who makes the determination of, I'm guessing Donald Trump probably isn't qualified. With demonstrated financial capacity and track records, an opportunity to stabilize buildings, interrupt property flipping. That's interesting. Interrupt property flipping, interrupt people being entrepreneurs, people bettering themselves, people bettering a community and making a profit, interrupt capitalism, and keep New Yorkers safely housed. What?
So we're going to be your God.
Yeah.
COPA paired with tenant organizing and city and state affordable housing financing programs gives community a new tool to expand and protect the supply of permanently affordable homes, preventing displacement.
This is such a good idea.
This is government housing. This is socialism, communism. We're going to own not just where you can work, how much you can buy, your carbon footprint. We're going to start owning and telling you what you can build, where you can live. This is the World Economic Forum, the 15-minute cities, where everything is right there and you own nothing. They give you everything. It seems like a dream. It seems like this is going to be great. Your grocery store, everything is there, but you can't make decisions for your own life. You don't even have a business. You don't even own your home. You can't even decide who you sell your home to. It's terrifying. I really cannot believe they're doing this, and they're putting it in writing. Like, if you want to do it, do it. But like, don't tell everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's so people who actually don't know that socialism has never worked because it's always been the same bait and switch of It's gonna be great. We're gonna take away the homes from those greedy rich people and give it to people who actually need it. And then what ends up happening is they don't give a rip about the people who quote actually need this homes. It's gonna be getting rid of people who rightfully own their homes and then putting in the Somalian daycares or putting in the illegal immigrants. It's not going to go to the person down the road who actually can't afford their groceries or can't afford to have a home. They're just taking away people who rightfully own their home so that whatever can benefit the government and can benefit Mom Donnie and whatever it is going to go in those homes. But it's just so disheartening that Americans in New York City are so stupid that they're buying this.
Well,
and they're voting for it.
I saw something this weekend about George Soros realizing, because he's such a massive funder of political campaigns, of judges, of all the things, that he's realized, and they did a little graphic on it, that it's the local elections, it's the state elections where he's heavily involved, heavily invested. And that's why this matters. This is why who you elect matters. This is why when you look at Minnesota and you look at those people, they were know-nothings one day, and suddenly somebody said, you should run for office. Oh, how sweet. You think I should run for office? Yes, and we'll help you do everything you need to do.
Sounds familiar.
Isn't that,
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Sorry, we're not in Alabama yet.
I mean, it's crazy. And oh, yes, you're the perfect person. Now, here's a couple of ground rules. I mean, that's how this happens. But that's why these city, state, these local elections matter. People voted for the people who were on this. I mean, I don't even know where they were in New York. I don't know if they're at the State House. I don't know what they were doing. These were elected people who've made a decision for the people to usurp their personal authority and put in place father government. And this is going to have disastrous effects. So lest we think people running for office in Alabama, the primary is the election, doesn't matter. It does matter. There.
Yep. I would agree.
What's rich is I kept reading on this little one pager. It says New York City's COPA applies only to multifamily buildings with 4 or more units where tenants are at greatest risk due to physical distress, blah, 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 blah. What is New York City?
Nothing but that.
Yeah, apartments of 4 or more. I guess the upper echelon maybe only has 4 and they're giant. So they think we're stupid. And maybe we are. Maybe we are, because we continue to vote for this crap.
Certain parts of the country are, which is, like I said, disheartening.
Yeah, but you look at Alabama, and again,
we're stupid in a different way.
We're stupid in a different way. Yeah, we fall for it every time. Every time. Very few instances in elections do I go, yeah, we got that right. Anyway, okay, we're gonna take a break.
We got a lot of great text on that, so we can
we
can do that on the other side, and then it's time for our Bama stories and Bama biscuits of the year.
Bama. I don't have a biscuit of the year yet.
Oh, I got one.
You do? You're going to have to go first on the biscuit then.
Okay.
Do you have your biscuit?
I'm thinking about the biscuit, but I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know. I'm going to figure out how to say that it's the biscuit.
Yeah, because the closer you get to home, it's like talking about your mama.
It's a little
uncomfortable. You got to be careful.
Look over your shoulder before you say it.
We'll be back.
We love you, everybody. back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. We are averting disaster here.
Averting?
I wish that, yeah, you're right. We're not averting. Well, look, it was going to be worse, JP. Okay, the Coke Zero was going to go error, and Allison stopped it. Also, Allison is using a foot cycler while we are in break, meaning she is sitting in a chair, pedaling like she's 90 while we're waiting. But it's secretly, it's awesome.
Maybe we leave the camera on next break.
I think we leave the camera on.
I'm sorry, I had to.
I love it.
Attach it to my chair because if not, it'll scoot away as you're pedaling. And so then I tried to pull my chair up to the table, and it drug the pedals.
I think those things are made for like nursing homes with like a nurse sits there and holds the bike and go, "You got it, Glenda.
You
keep
got
going."
Kind of like the Thigh Master,
Brenda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, I'll clean up the mess.
It's okay. It's super fun. All right, JP. Apparently, we have text, and I can't wait to hear what everybody thinks.
833 687 4448 is the text line number.
It's good, JP.
If y'all want to text in your thoughts.
Do it one more time.
833 687 4448 is the text line number.
Very pregnant telephone
It's a good
number.
pattern. I liked it.
Dustin from Hillsborough says, I'm betting there's a rise in insurance claims against arson in New York City.
Oh, that's good. That's deep.
Paul
Not a
Bryant,
bad idea. Like you gotta work the system.
Yeah, it's
Lightning just gonna start striking.
Paul Bryant from Athens says the COPA is in line with the UN replacement migration. This will tell where activist judges rule on international law and American sovereignty. Yep, that's kind of the same. That's immediately where my brain went to as well. Buy a home so you can put replacements in. I hate to say it, but you know what I mean. Like,
well, did you see that this weekend? The replacement documents from the UN. I bet Paul saw that.
I bet he did.
So
It's
I
just a
saved
theory,
it.
though.
I'm gonna read it. It's from a long time ago, but it's out there.
Jenkins from Sneed says most people will probably just eat the $30,000 fine, and housing prices will probably go up to compensate for the fine.
That's a strategy too. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Play the game.
Barry from Athens, he thinks the time for a shooting revolution is getting closer and closer, if that time isn't already here.
I think all the time, like, are we at the point of taxation without representation?
Well, here's the thing. How about on Christmas night, George Washington killed Hessians in their sleep because they taxed his tea at 3%, or the British taxed his tea at 3%, I should say. Yeah. America used to be men that wouldn't take that. But now New York City, where was and still is, I mean, America, and we're allowing socialism to take root. I don't know. It's just one
tax
of those
is tea. And now we pay 35% of income tax, and we just are like, oh, ho hum.
I love since I'm such a like history nut, and especially Revolutionary War, I would think about what our founding fathers, like, where would have been the line where they were like, guys, do something. Like, we gave you we literally gave you the blueprint in terms of, and I don't want chaos and I don't want a revolution, but I'm curious as to how much where would they have drawn the line of, y'all need a new government, just overthrow the government and get a new, like, I feel like we're way far past that line.
But doesn't it feel different though, or no? Like, I was thinking it feels more like fighting your family, but I'm guessing the British were the same. They were an ocean away.
Well, the Revolutionary War was essentially like a civil war.
Yeah, but in my head, it's different, and I don't think it is.
It's really not. I mean,
Maybe that's a coping mechanism.
It may be. And to think you're crazy for saying perhaps it's time for some kind of revolution. That's not great.
On that note, we got Bama News next.
You want to just take us out?
You're listening to Rightside Radio. We'll be right back.
So I want to remind you, Inspire Advisors is one of our sponsors, and they are doing amazing work. Look, I know this audience. You're the kind of folks who believe in standing up for your principles. You're good stewards of what you have for resources. What if the companies you are investing in, though, don't reflect your values at all? Well, that's why you need to meet Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors. Inspire Advisors, experts in the field of biblically responsible investing. Look, they can help you grow your bottom line while also being proud of what companies you invest in. Inspire Advisors, you got to check them out. Here's their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. That's Inspire Advisors, www.moneypatternwealth.com, and tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. We may or may not have a box from Paul Breyer.
Paul Breyer with Inspired Advisors.
So nice.
C's chocolate
Brought us
that he brought. Yeah, he did. And we're eating it in the break and such.
So we're going to play chocolate roulette.
Yeah. And, you know, it's kind of back when you were in your dorm for Valentine's and you had no boyfriend. And so you just bought yourself Walt Whitman's candy. Not Walt Whitman.
Oh.
He's the poet. Anywho, so we're eating chocolate, but we're going to give you, ta-da, finally, our list of top 10 stories out of Alabama this year. Now, JP has made a special request, and we will honor that request. JP, you get to go first. Numero.
Whoa.
What?
I wasn't here for this.
Well,
Why does he
because
get to
he
go
says
first?
he only has 3 stories.
Y'all got way more stories than me. Yeah. And
don't-
y'all can
okay.
shuffle. Y'all can shuffle if I
Fine,
take one of y'all's.
fine.
If y'all take one of mine, I can't.
Okay, look, if our stories, combine with Yellowhammer, we'll do that second or third segment because we're gonna see if we compare. Here's the list. This is my list.
Okay.
All right, let's
So
go.
I'm excited about this. I can't wait. All right.
Okay.
JP.
So my top Alabama story.
Oh, wait. Are these in order of like top? So not only.
They don't have to.
Okay.
Mine is.
Okay.
But y'all can do whatever. My top one is because I have personal experience with this organization, but it is the drama between the AHSAA and the governor and the Speaker of the House and the Choose Act. What a bunch of dingle bits. What was it? Dingle dips.
Yeah.
So tell us what happened with that because I didn't follow that one along.
So the Choose Act, was a law. Was it last or the session before last? I think Alabama passed the Choose Act, which was able to help families and
School choice.
It's school choice. Yeah, and it was a big deal. I mean, the Alabama Republicans worked their tail off to get that done, and it helped a lot of families. The HSAA, because they always got to find a way to make it about them and get in there somewhere and obstruct and go on a power trip, went in and said, if you use the Choose Act or you move to a private school via the Choose Act, you got to sit out a year. And they recently got rid of the rule where if you transferred, you had to sit out your first year. I had to sit out my first year. I missed my whole freshman season of all my sports because I transferred. So I've experienced that. I've seen how the HSAA has found stupid ways to screw over my friends. The HSAA kept who was it? It was a high schooler at Hoover, or I believe it was at Hoover, not able to play her season because she represented the country in the nationals team. And I guess she received benefits or something because they paid for her flight. And you can't. You got to sit out your whole year.
Represented the country.
Yeah, and I don't think they quite realize how much a year of high school sports means to high schoolers. And
what if you're like scholarships and things like that, not just the sentimental value?
Adam Mosley, who was the Hoover baseball coach, he had a tradition of being like involved in the national, like the 16U national America team, and he was suspended from coaching because he coached that team, and I believe one of his players was the same. So all that to say, the HSA has a record of doing this, but it's just so typical of them to find a way to ruin things. But if you're a parent and you're going to take up the Choose Act, which you are legally allowed to do, by the way, they're not breaking any laws doing this, and you're going to benefit from said school choice to send your kid to a better school. And oh, by the way, they play sports. That's not recruitment, okay? Which I already know that's their narrative. That's just, hey, I want my kid to have a better experience in school and play sports while they're at it. You can't do that. That it's just why. Who are you? Who are you to tell parents what their kids can and can't do and can't play sports?
So how did this end?
It ended with so there was a lawsuit. I believe the governor and Speaker Ledbetter sued the HSAA, and there was a order by the courts to, in the meantime, it's going to eventually be settled. But in the meantime, all school choice or choose that kids can't play in the sports in the meantime. But I mean, they had a meeting. The HSA had a meeting with all the private school ADs and such to meet in Montgomery. And Keith Harmon went up there and said, if I want to say anything nice about the HSAA, that'd really help us out a lot. We're not against y'all. And it's just a bunch of losers. So that's my top story of the year. Hopefully later this year, I believe Garland Gudger may have mentioned it in our interview that they're going to look at legislation to actually put down into law that the HSAA can't do this, even though they really shouldn't have to. And then hopefully the court case gets settled later this year and the HSAA is put in their place. But to be continued. But yeah, it's my top story of the year.
Was that on your list?
It was on my list yesterday when I made a list. I like your explanation of it much better. All I will say is that makes my heart race when I think about the Athletic Association, because they are what New York City just did to people who want to sell 2, 3, 4, homes to people, apartment houses, injecting themselves in the middle of that, which is outrageous. That is exactly what they're doing with high school sports. They're not part of the government, but they make themselves seem like they are. Yeah. And they have made hundreds of families' lives a living hell when all they want to do is just play a sport. Yep. So please get out of the way. I'm going to stop before I say anything completely outrageous. I'm with you. I think that's bravo on that story. Thank you.
Do you want to go?
No, you go.
Okay. This isn't, I don't know, but the Auburn professor that was killed in the park, something about that story was so sad and scary and weird. And it was kind of our Riley Lakin in some ways. I mean, just odd. She runs there all the time. Beloved, retired Auburn professor, went with her dog in her truck. And what's his name? Harold Rashad Dabney III, who is still in a Lee County jail. And they're looking for the death penalty. They're seeking the death penalty. Randomly attacks her, beats her to death, steals her truck, and then the whole story was very weird and it was very scary. And older, you think of young girls. Okay, maybe they aren't aware. They're a little gullible, a little naive. No, this was someone who had years on her and still was caught up in this moment, just doing her life. Remember Lacey Peterson? Mm-hmm. Anyway, it all just gets kind of weird when these things come out of nowhere. And I started thinking, I don't even know if I ever heard a motive for him, which is always the freakiest part. I don't know if he knew her. I don't think he did. Just a random attack in Little Auburn, Alabama.
Well, it was either the day of or the day after the Irina Zarutska incident in North Carolina. And they were almost identical, of a violent repeat offender in both cases that was out on the loose, roaming around society for who knows why. And they just felt like killing an innocent person and just did it. But
so I didn't miss it. There's no,
there's nothing.
Okay.
That's a tragic, but really good.
I think when you
story
have
reminder,
young girls in Auburn, and you think about all the girls that go for runs and parks around it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it is. But I think just small town just was really scary in the world we live in.
So number 3 on the list is Call Me Doctor, Nicole Wadsworth.
That's a great one.
So good.
Because I think this story typifies what's wrong with politics. Instead of humbly submitting yourself for elected office, no one knows who you are. And we're so glad you're running. As somebody who's run for office, it is not fun. It is painful. I hated it, but I loved meeting the people of our district. And that's why you run. Go out and be good. Go out and be sharp. Provide compelling reasons why people should vote for you. But instead, oh no, you will call me doctor. That is what's wrong with politics these days. Here I am. Aren't I great? Vote for me. No. Now, I'm sure we'll probably get to meet her in a forum that we're hosting, and that'll be great. I'm sure she is a lovely person, but it was a wrong way to start off your campaign.
Well, the story gets even better, right? Because I think they did some digging, and she's not even there's no proof that she's actually
She's not a doctor.
Correct.
doctor. Or
Well, it was a PhD.
But I think that was fuzzy.
yes, yeah.
It gets fuzzier and fuzzier because they had to make sure that we knew she was not a medical doctor. She was a PhD. And then somebody else came out, you're right, and said, well, not this is what's wrong with politics.
Nobody likes. I mean, you're married to a doctor, and I don't see Chris doing this, but like if you first meet someone and you don't know they're a doctor and you just call them Mr. or Mrs. and they're like, no, I'm sorry, it's doctor.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'd like to punch you in the face and never speak to you again.
Gag.
Now, all due respect, because I get it. You worked really hard for that DR in front of your name. Well, I guess she didn't. I don't know.
Maybe she didn't. Yeah.
Maybe she didn't. But just a little bit of humility, just a little bit. And then she doubled down to send out a press release.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
We love that.
The people, please refer to me as doctor.
I will take your ignorance. I'll let your ignorance pass. But now you know it's doctor because I have this press release in every single one of your inboxes.
So weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So far, y'all's weren't on my list. So far, we're doing.
So far. I think one of mine will be.
Okay. Round 2 on the other side. We'll be right back.
Right Side Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, fully sugared up on some delicious chocolate, by the way.
One bad one.
That is the way to eat chocolate. It's just like break it in half and try it. Okay, JP, number 4. What's on the list?
Admiral Kent Davis getting fired by KIV.
Oh, that's
no,
good.
that actually was in 2024.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I looked it up because it was going to be on my list.
No.
But it was really good. And actually, I'm going to allow it because the drama continues.
Okay, yeah, the drama continues because he's suing her.
Yeah.
So he's suing her for
There you
wrongful
go.
termination. So Kent Davis suing KIV. What a mess. What an overreach of power by KIV. That's all I'll say. So
That was a good one.
That's a good one.
I'm sure Tuberville running for governor is on everybody's list. However, I have a twist.
Okay.
I mean, you heard rumblings that he just hated DC and his actions kind of show it. And then you heard he was going to run for governor and you're like, why? Why would Tuberville? But then I had always heard that he wanted to run for governor even years ago. I just think it's weird. The twist of it though is behind the scenes, what had to happen, and we've talked about it before, is Will Ainsworth having to kind of sit down again. Happened with KIV, happened again. So I think that's an interesting twist to the story of, and especially if his residency becomes an issue, which we do need to talk about, look for Will Ainsworth to come out of the shadows.
Okay.
was that the grand theatrical? Maybe Will know something we don't know, so he can be like, "Oh, well."
I don't know, but I know that nothing in Alabama happens without some good orchestration. And I just see things coming together potentially that could lead to that.
That's good.
That's all.
So let's see. 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
6 on the list. AJ McCarron having the good sense to drop out of the race.
That's a nice twist on what I would say about that.
Yeah.
We have talked about, and you just said it, but then you mentioned it a couple weeks ago, and we had a discussion about who's really running the show when it comes to people running for office. They did it in Minnesota. Oh, you'd be so great. In Alabama, it's a little different twist because generally it's the Republicans that were like, oh, run for office. We'll help you. We'll support you. Just make sure you answer my call sort of situation. So I don't know that AJ invented this idea on his own. It's highly doubtful. We're so happy, though, that he's ended up as the coach for the Stallions. It's a better fit. We knew at the Algop, Christmas party, something wasn't right. I think that was the final straw for he and his wife to go, yeah, this is not for us. And the reason why that's a big story is, yes, it was big when he got in, but how many people do you know? And Paul Feinbaum was never actually going to run. Okay. I just don't think he was. But AJ got in. How many people have enough courage to go, this is really not for me. I'm going to get out of it. Now, could it have been because he knew that job was waiting? We also heard that a quarterback position could have opened up and then Phillip Rivers went in and he's just blown it up. Great for him. But, or maybe that's a different team. But that's the part that I appreciate the most is he said, nope, this is not for me. I really appreciate that. You don't see that very often.
I think the straw that broke the camel's back was Allison walking up to him about coming to the forum.
You know what? It probably
he was like, you know what? I'm done.
No way.
It may have been everybody else has agreed to come to our forum, our Lieutenant Governor forum, and AJ declined. Look, sorry. If you can't get in front of your voters, you don't need to lead us.
Amen.
All right, so mine's 7.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll go quick on this one. We got about 1 minute. Overtime tax expiring pissed me off so much, and I can't tell you why.
I'm so proud of you for thinking of that.
Because I can tell you why. It's because it was just you guys in Montgomery aren't conservatives. You're slimy Republicans. What conservative votes to keep a tax? Not even to establish a new one, to keep one. We actually had Anthony Daniels on the show, and he sounded like more of a conservative than these Republicans in Montgomery. So I think that one, it was just another example of you guys are not conservatives. You were just good old boy Republicans. So that's my
good.
third one.
I'm gonna do okay. You want me to do one real quick?
Mhm.
Is this number 8?
Number 8, yes.
Number 8. I've got to say, it's Will Ainsworth again. He kind of blew up the whole West Alabama corridor story, which I think is so important because what you're seeing, the backstory of that is not the road and all the waste. I mean, yes, that's a story. But if you see all these representatives and legislators coming out now against Kay Ivey, that would have never happened last term or any of these past 3 years. And it's interesting, last year of the quadrennium, they're finally speaking up because she has run the state into the ground and they have all been scared of her. It's a little too late, but I do think it's interesting now that they're bringing this up, especially because it's going to be election season soon. They need this on their little palm card that says, I'm against government waste. But that story is interesting because they now are standing up to Meemaw. Took a long time. We'll have 9 and 10 on the other side. And then what? Yellowhammer News is actual top 10.
Yep.
Curious how many we actually got. I haven't read through the list. We'll see. We'll be right back.
And my friends, Phil Williams here. You've heard me talk about Inspire Advisors, how Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors will help you grow your investment portfolio while also screening out the companies that don't stand for conservative Christian principles. Look, they are experts in what is known as biblically responsible investing, and they are now offering a limited opportunity for a free class on that BRI. Check out the class, register for free, their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. It's godly, it's conservative, it's financial freedom, y'all, with Inspire Advisors at www.moneypatternwealth.com. Check them out. Tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP, finishing up our top 10 and then rolling right into Yellowhammer's top 10 stories of the year. JP's going to read them to us, and we're going to respond. So 2 stories. One, you'll know that I'm going to do this one. One, well, I don't know. This one's sad. It is the Pinson cheerleader who was shot at the bonfire.
That was a weird story,
Wasn't that a weird story?
Yeah, that was weird.
That story, it was so odd that they were just they'd been at a football game, then they were at a bonfire, and then she gets shot. I guess the heartening part, if there was any of the story, was just how many kids showed up to her honor walk when she was doing her organ donation, which is also horrific. But to see how loved she was, but also to see probably fear in those kids' eyes, thinking we were there at that bonfire, it could have been us. And then it made me sad for the reality that too many high school kids are facing, because our world is violent and it's out of control. And if you can get shot in Pinson or wherever she was, that to me was a horrific story of the year. And then finally, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, for me, the number 10 is Abby Stockard becoming Miss America last January.
That's a good one.
And she brought so much honor to the state. She was an outstanding Miss America. She traveled the country, represented us so well with the charities like Best Buddies and the other foundations that the Miss America program supports. She is amazing. She's back at Auburn as a nursing student finishing school. Her boyfriend is Walker Kessler, who plays for the Utah Jazz.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
They share the same birthday, which is super cute.
That's kind of crazy.
But great people, but really proud of Abby, really proud of the job she did, and also proud that she's back home in Alabama, War Eagle.
Oh,
so there you go.
Come so far. Yeah, she's cute. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Great person.
Okay. JP, do you have your glasses on? Can you read the small print of the Yellowhammer news stories?
I think I can.
Okay. Well, you're young, but I'm going to keep track and see if we covered any of these.
I'm a little bit disappointed I didn't think of this one on my list. Number 1, President Trump officially names Huntsville as U.S. Space Command headquarters permanently. And plus, FBI director commits to major expansion in Huntsville alongside Tuberville and Britt. So
that is huge.
Yeah, not only Space Command, but FBI headquarters, or not FBI headquarters, but a lot more FBI agents coming to Huntsville and Redstone. So
shame on you. Are you from Madison?
No, I'm a Huntsvillian.
Yeah, you're acting like Madison.
Purebred.
That's a big story.
It is.
We all missed it.
Number 2, Tuberville officially announces he's running for governor. Number 3, can Bruce Pearl run for Senate as a Republican? Seems unlikely after Democrat donations. Plus, report Paul Feinbaum is considering running for Senate, and plus AJ McCarron out.
All those stories go together.
They do.
Yes.
Okay.
And what's the common theme?
Oh.
Yep. I think there's a reason they're all together.
They're all manufactured.
Yep.
They were all recruited by some DC consultant. Nothing was organic at all about the possibility of any of them.
Give Bruce Pearl about 5 years or so, or whatever the rules are of how long you have to wait after giving Democrat donations, and he'll be in DC.
Yeah.
So 6 years.
Number 4, Stephen Reed repeatedly exerted control over Montgomery Museum of Fine Arts, and the board breaks silence after billboard controversy. Plus,
Alice. Good one. How did we forget that?
Plus, Governor Ivey called Montgomery mayor to offer help after mass shooting, and he didn't answer and has not called back.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
How do you not call the high stepper?
Okay.
Mayor Reed.
How did we all miss Montgomery? That was a huge story.
Big story.
Number 5, Garland Gudger is elected as Senate Pro Tem and expresses gratitude and shares his vision.
Do y'all know why that's a big story?
Because he was in a terrible accident.
Well, but Steve Livingston was who was running for Pro Tem as well, who was the establishment pick, who everybody thought would win. And Garland came out of nowhere and won that, it's voted on within the caucus. And surprised everybody. Kind of turned Montgomery upside down. Big story.
Okay. This one makes me mad. I didn't even know this part or the second headline in this story. Number 6, Alabama mourns Charlie Kirk campus assassination. Plus, Doug Jones likens Charlie Kirk to George Wallace. Quote, you cannot control where that violence is going to come from.
What?
I didn't even know that one. Yeah.
What? I mean, think about, like, it hit me. Sorry, a little late reaction. That's a very strong statement.
Yeah, it is.
Should we talk about that at another point?
Yes.
We should.
That's
everybody picking up what I'm putting down.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Number 7, Alabama lands $1.2 billion ArcelorMittal steel plant investment, plus Eli Lilly lands in Huntsville with $6 billion mega site, thousands of jobs, and a made in America medicine push. Plus, Tuberville says that Trump is moving Fannie Mae from Woke, California to Birmingham. Huge year for Alabama's economic development.
Absolutely.
And are those good?
Okay, so
for them?
Yeah, I heard some texters when we were talking about this saying how it wasn't such a great idea, but jobs. So
Jobs are going to be somewhere. Why not here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
More and more people coming into Huntsville, though. Every time I see those stories like the Space Command and FBI and the steel plant and all that, and I'm like, Huntsville has no more room. And I hate to be that guy, but I know from everybody I talk to in Huntsville, they feel the same way of like, we can't even handle the amount of people we got here infrastructure wise. So it's all great stuff, but it's like, maybe spread it out a little more.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's great, but
maybe gatekeep about Huntsville's greatness a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all are at peak glow up. And from here, I think it's just going to get.
That's the word,
like,
too.
The makeup's just going to get messy.
It's just going to turn to Birmingham.
Yeah.
Which, side note, sorry.
Not careful.
I know we have a little bit of time, but I was like, I was home on Christmas and I was like, we're the biggest city we were driving by downtown Huntsville. I said, we're the biggest city in Alabama now. When are we going to get a skyline? And I actually didn't know this. My dad told me it's because the Huntsville fire departments, their ladders can only reach so high still. And that's why there's no like big building skylines.
Oh, you're kidding.
Because the fire department, if there's a fire in one of those buildings, they can only go so high. Because Huntsville does not have a skyline. It's all spread out.
Do you want a skyline?
No, but I mean, it'd be cool. Like if we're going to have so many people and be like the biggest city in Alabama, it'd be pretty cool to have like a cool skyline. But I didn't know that was the reason why. This is interesting.
Safety first.
Let's see. Number 8, Aaliyah teaming up with ICE on national crackdown to get bad actors out of trucking. Plus, Alabama tightens grip on illegal immigration with new voter ID and DNA laws. Plus, immigration and customs enforcement officials begin search for illegal immigrants in South Alabama. Plus, senators crack down on illegal immigrants in Alabama by passing trio of bills. So a big immigration year in Alabama.
Yeah, this is great.
We need to have our friend Scott Beeson on sometime to talk about the old school immigration, the Beeson-Hammett Act, and all that they tried to do.
Wasn't Phil a co-sponsor on that bill?
Phil was a co-sponsor, actually.
And also the story that Scott needs to tell.
Oh, he'll never tell it.
Yes, he will.
He will.
Can we tell it?
No.
Why?
We'll all die.
It's a hilarious story.
Okay.
Anywho,
I don't think we can tell
There's
it.
we're not telling any stories. That is fantastic that we're getting it together. I also saw that they're working on passing legislation that you have to be an English speaker to get a driver's license. I saw that
That's
in the
such
news.
a crazy idea.
I know. What?
Number 9, Jay Mitchell, former Alabama Supreme Court Justice, announces run for Attorney General. Plus, alongside Steve Marshall, Catherine Robertson kicks off campaign to be Alabama's next Attorney General. So the AG's race, number 9.
Ooh, that is the race to watch, is it not?
I think it is. I think that or the Senate, I'd say next. But yeah, in terms of like statewide, I would have said Lieutenant Governor, but then AJ dropped out. So I think the AG's race is the race now.
Yeah, it is. Agree.
How do y'all, well, we don't really have time to go into it. But,
Yeah, we do.
Well, when Jay announced that he was, I say Jay like we're besties, but when Jay Mitchell announced that he was running, I was kind of like, and maybe this was a plan all along, but he just got onto the Supreme Court. And I don't understand. Like, to me, the Supreme Court should not be a stepping stone. And I just thought, you campaigned and worked so hard to get there, and now you're going to leave that behind. It's kind of like Barry Moore. I don't understand why he's running for Senate. Like, against all odds, he won that seat. and he did a phenomenal job and is in the House in that seat. I mean, beat out Jerry Carl in his own district, basically. And so anyway, maybe this was the plan, but I hate to lose Jay Mitchell on the Supreme Court. I think he is very strong there. He would probably make a great AG. Hopefully we'll hear from him.
I think so. And I wonder if he took some of what he learned on the Supreme Court and thought, I think my talents would be better served
maybe
in the AG role. I don't know. We can ask.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Are you ready for number 10?
Yeah.
Why are you giggling?
Why?
Dr. Nicole Wadsworth falsely claimed University of Alabama PhD, University of Alabama PhD campaign admits. So her campaign admitted that her PhD from Alabama was false. But
Pretty sure Yellowhammer. I think Grayson broke that story.
I was going to say that last segment. I wasn't confident enough in that, but yeah. And it's funny because the headline says, quote, Dr. Nicole Wadsworth.
Savage.
But if you go to her social media, it still says Dr. Nicole Wadsworth and all her stuff. So.
Is it in quotes?
No, it's legit, but it's not.
Did she get her PhD from some sus online program?
Can you click on that?
Yeah.
And open, because let's hash this out, because I'm not exactly sure where it ended.
I'm not either. Come to think of it,
I just remember in our former life,
yes,
we did something like we said, what did we say her name? Like the whole show, there was some running joke, like we said doctor as many times as we could, or we called everybody doctor.
We called everybody doctor.
Call me doctor.
Literally everybody doctor.
After demanding to be referred as doctor by news organizations in their coverage of the 2026 Alabama lieutenant governor's race, it turns out that Nicole Wadsworth does not have the PhD she claimed. It says, let's see, quote, she earned her bachelor's degree from the University of Alabama in Huntsville, UAH, a master's from the Florida Institute of Technology, Huntsville campus, and a PhD from the University of Alabama is what they claimed. But it says a statement from the University of Alabama says that they have no record of her getting a PhD from the university. So I'm scrolling through and trying to see so another caveat is that there's actually no confirmation of a marriage certificate between her and Tim Wadsworth.
Oh, it gets better and better.
I heard that, but I wasn't going to say it because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
He's a legislator.
He is. So yeah, I'm not seeing a resolution or a she got a PhD from here. All I'm seeing is that it was confirmed by the university that they had no record of any degree at Alabama from Nicole Wadsworth, let alone a PhD.
Why? What's the I mean, just she identifies as a doctor.
Okay. Here's another part. So I'm saying
serious.
Ultimately, Wadsworth claims she, quote, completed her PhD at North Central Theological Seminary, an institution that she has never publicly listed across her expansive web presence.
So again, if you come out and run for office and demand that people call you doctor, don't think they won't go digging.
Okay, time out. I actually took some seminary classes and then realized that it wasn't like I thought they'd give you, you'd study some Jesus and they'd give you a degree. No, it was actually really hard. So can I claim that I have a
you're not Dr.
theological? I want to be. Call me doctor.
If you run for lieutenant governor, you can. But as of now, you're not Dr. Sinclair.
Bet. Okay. Well, we were pretty bad.
Yeah, we were pretty far off. Except for I think the only one we shared was Tuberville and Nicole Wadsworth.
We need to pull it together, people.
Hey.
All right. On the other side, we've got biscuits, Alabama biscuits of the year. Oh, it's just so difficult to decide
it really
who to go with.
We may plead the fifth.
Maybe would you rather? If we have time, we'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio, our last little bit of the year. That's crazy. I'm Amy Beth. She's Allison. He's JP. And we're going to finish up with our biscuits. And biscuits meaning the worst. Thumbs down. 0 out of 10.
Dingle dips.
Cannot recommend of the year.
Alabama edition.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Am I first?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Meemaw is my biscuit of the year.
Look at you.
And here's why. We have a Joe Biden governor. It's embarrassing. She does nothing except exceed her power to fire people like Kent Davis, and her advisors tell her when to do good stuff like sue the HSAA. There's just no presence, no life from our governor, and it's disappointing. We have an auto pen situation in Montgomery. Whoever has the auto pen in Montgomery in the governor's mansion is running the state. So she is my biscuit of the year, and I look forward to Tuberville next year to give us in Phil Williams' words, a God-fearing gunslinger in the governor's mansion. So
nice. I actually heard the name of the person that's running the state, but I can't remember it.
Allison Sinclair.
I heard it. Oh, so anyway.
Okay, look, when you remember, you're going to need to text us.
I heard it, but I can't remember it. It's a female. That's all I got.
Interesting.
Anyway, I have two. One is a person, and one is called Paul Feinbaum. And I just cannot get over the fact of how gigantic the man's ego is, that he almost ran for U.S. Senate because some people came in and fluffed him up, and he has absolutely no regard for that office. If you're actually thinking about running, and everything you said, I mean, we all knew he was lying when he said, "Oh, Charlie Kirk, it just moved me." BS.
Mm-hmm.
Knew it then, but then his post dropout interview confirmed everything. And we almost, because he probably would have won because of Alabama.
It would have been close. He would have been a spoiler at the very least.
Okay, you're probably right. I say that. I don't know, because he built his whole personality on being hated. So maybe eventually that would catch up with him. But Alabama voters historically do not do their homework, and they fall for it every time. So total biscuit, you almost ruined us, because once you're in, you're in. If you want to stay there, you stay there forever. Then my honorable mention is the entire Alabama legislature. I think that is a great one, because yes, now you want to stand up to Kay Ivey. Now you want to lead. Biscuit.
Good
so
biscuit.
I'm going to team biscuit with Allison, but I'm going to be very specific. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it true, Allison Sinclair, that the reason that we still have obscene materials in libraries is because it never got out of the Senate committee? Am I wrong about that?
Kind of love you for bringing that up. Yeah, the Rules Committee, of which Jabbo Wagner sits as the chair, would just never pass it out of committee.
So am I wrong? Am I allowed? Will you allow it that I am drilling down, because I agree with her 100% that it's our legislative body. For me, it's very specific. It's the Senate committee, the Rules Committee, who decided that they didn't have the time to get the obscenity bill, SB, I remember 110, 210, who knows? They didn't have the time to get it out of committee. So we're going to bring your names up again, like we did for the last 3 years. We'll bring your name up again and again and again, because we expect you to do the job of the people, and that is to get filthy crap out of the way of our children and out of their eyesight. And second, we're partially burned biscuits because we keep falling for the garbage. So we're half-baked biscuits, but we can all redeem ourselves if we do better this year. Let's hope so.
I mean, I guess we'll just have to start assuming they like porn in front of our kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's all I can gather. So on that note, everybody have a great New Year's. We cannot wait to be back with you on Monday. I'm going to Auburn. Come back to us.
I will.
Don't get lost in Vegas on Smith Lake.
Don't.
Enjoy your hot dogs.
Thank
Love
you.
y'all. See you Monday.